Hey, Alex. So just a couple things to work on for getting that mobility in your shoulders. For down dog, handstands, anything with the arms up overhead like that. Okay, so what we want to first work on is releasing the upper traps. So what we can do for that, I'm going to give you options with and without props. So what I'd love for you to be able to do, but this might be just a little bit beyond your range at the moment, is taking the hands to interlace. So we'll rise the arms up towards the ceiling, turn the palms out, circle the arms all the way back to the interlace, and then sending the fist down and away, we wrap the heads of the shoulders back, soften shoulders away from ears, and then I'm hugging the front ribs in, engaging the low core, and then I take the back of the left hand towards the outer right hip. Looks like this. We keep shoulders moving down away from ears, and then it's right ear, right shoulder. You can stay in stillness. You can find a little movement, get exploratory, right? So if this feels too crunchy, right, it can be a very real thing that's too crunchy. We're going to grab a strap. You can grab a dish towel. You can grab anything that is going to help with the space between hands, right? And then same thing. We draw the heads of the shoulders back behind the chest, hug the front ribs in towards the belly, and then it will be one of these. So reaching the back of the left hand anywhere towards the outer right hip, or even just like the right side low back. And then from here, same thing, lowering the right ear towards the right shoulder, a little bit of back and forth. Okay, if that still feels too crunchy, another option, and one that I'd love for you to incorporate anyway, reaching that left arm out towards the left, right fingertips towards the left side of the head, gently tugging as you continue to soften shoulders away from ears. Okay, you can kind of play with the left arm, palm facing up, palm facing down, palm facing back, palm facing forward. Just kind of feeling into what kind of stuckness lives there. Okay, so that is upper traps. And then I would love for you to have an opening of your pecs. So this is going to be an option with blocks. I will also have an option without blocks. So you are always welcome to come up here and utilize the blocks. I actually might get a set of blocks to leave downstairs at the gym for everyone I'm giving little sequences to. So we've got our block. One medium height, one highest height. That first one, that's long ways and medium height, goes in between the shoulder blades. Okay, and then we take our arms to a cactus shape. You can take the feet wide and knock the knees together, right? That just helps create a little bit of space in the low back and sacrum. And then you can literally just stay here and kind of let the arms hang heavy. Some things you're going to think about is not letting the elbows fall lower than the wrists. So you always want the elbows either in line with the wrists or slightly above. You'll notice how that gets into the pecs a little bit more. Okay, and then you can do something like reaching for opposite wrists overhead. Now, I imagine for your body this is going to be pretty challenging. So even if you grab fingertips, that's a great option. So if you do, one side with the left palm facing up, do the other side with the right palm facing up. And then you can grab opposite elbows. Eventually, as we increase mobility, you can do one forearm on top, opposite forearm on top. So that is our option with blocks. We can also do like a scorpion-esque kind of thing to open up the pecs. So we take ourselves to our bellies. I'm going to start with my left arm. So left elbow in line with the left shoulder. And then I'm going to tent my right fingertips close towards the right side of my body. My left ear is down on the mat. And I'm going to slowly roll towards this left side. Now, what I'm thinking about here is reaching this left arm bone out of the shoulder girdle. So I'm creating all of that space in the shoulder girdle as if I were reaching out through the left elbow. And then as I'm doing that, I'm lifting the head of that left shoulder away from the mat as much as possible as I draw the shoulder blades together. And then it's long breaths. Really utilize the breath to find a depth in the stretch of the front of the left shoulder. Okay, you have the option of stepping that right foot behind you, or you can keep the legs stacked. And then obviously do the other side, same thing. Okay? And then, so in order to strengthen the muscles that I want you to strengthen, right? Lats, and rhomboids. Now, I know that you have strength there, but it's really more about finding the connections through the connection that you prefer, right? The connection that you prefer is upper traps and pecs, right? But in order to find more balance in the shoulders, we want to find the opposing muscles, right? So the way we're going to strengthen those and release the other ones, right? We come into tabletop. We find a wrap of the triceps back. So the elbow creases are looking forward towards the top of your mat. And then from here, we're just going to do some scap push-ups. Now, as we're moving through the scap push-ups, we're deeply aware of this happening, right? Not letting the shoulders creep up by the ears, right? My traps are now turned on. My lats are now turned off. Now, if I keep that external rotation, elbow creases looking forward, and then soften shoulders away from ears, I'm now disengaging the upper traps and engaging the lats, right? And then adding the dynamic movement of scapula with that engagement of lats is going to be really great to strengthen those muscles in preparation for down dog. Okay, so this can be done at first with knees down, eventually to challenge, right? We keep that wrap of triceps back. We keep shoulders moving away from ears. Deep engagement of the front ribs up towards the spine to engage low belly. And then we lift the knees away from the mat. It's same thing, scap push-ups. Shoulders far away from ears. And then we go from here with the wrap of the triceps back all the way back to down dog. Taking a full breath in, exploring that external rotation with the elbow creases looking forward in down dog. And then you can bring yourself back to tabletop. So one little note about your down dog. Right now, it's going to exist a little bit more like this. So like that video that I sent you with Matt Giordano, the wrap of the triceps back, we lift the hips up and back. You're going to find an elevation of shoulders, scapula up by the ears, right? That's going to create a lot more space for the arm bone and the shoulder girdle to be in a better space together. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.